Stop believing that starting over in your 40s or 50s is a death sentence. Most people think that by the time you hit 40 or 50, the book is already written. They think your career path, your habits, and your identity are set in stone. But what if I told you that everything you've been told about starting over is actually a lie designed to keep you playing small? Today, we're going to dismantle that lie. And I'm going to show you why your age is actually your greatest competitive advantage. I've spent the last few years studying people who made massive pivots in their midlife. It wasn't luck, and it certainly wasn't because they were younger. It was a complete shift in their psychological framework. If you've been feeling like you missed the boat, stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll see the next decade not as a decline, but as your prime.
Here's the thing. We treat our past like a mortgage we have to keep paying. We think, I've spent 20 years in this industry, so I have to stay here. That is the sunk cost fallacy in action. You are terrified of losing the time you've already invested, so you throw away the time you have left. Your past is not a prison. It's a data set. You've learned how to navigate office politics, how to solve problems, and how to work with people. That experience doesn't disappear just because you change the context. Most people are afraid to start over because they think they're going back to zero. You aren't. You're going back to the start with a toolkit that a 20-year-old hasn't even bought yet.
Now here's where it gets interesting. When you start something new in your 40s or 50s, you aren't just a beginner. You are a beginner with a refined intuition. You know what matters, and more importantly, you know what doesn't. You don't have time for the ego traps that burn out younger professionals. You have the capacity for deep, focused work that only comes from decades of trial and error. While the world is obsessed with the hustle of the young, you have the leverage of perspective. That is how you outpace the competition. You're not playing their game, you're playing your own. Most people get stuck in the analysis paralysis of, what if it doesn't work? Let me be blunt. It might not work exactly how you planned, but the regret of staying put is a guaranteed failure. If you're feeling that itch to pivot, that's not a midlife crisis. That is your potential demanding to be realized. If you found this perspective helpful, hit the subscribe button so we can keep building this community together. I want to know, what is the one thing you've been holding back from starting because of your age? Drop it in the comments below. Let's clear the air and hold each other accountable. Listen. The clock isn't ticking against you, it's ticking for you. Every day is a chance to sharpen that toolkit. You have more to offer the world today than you did at 20, and it's time you acted like it. If you want to know how to practically apply this to your daily routine,